Hey, welcome to the Nursing Dose with Farah again. I know you get the opportunity to see me twice in a day go live. I am not playing for this month and next month. We are going all in talking about nurses making business moves and nurses making that money. All right. So today I wanted to come and talk about what the conference is about, why I decided to do this conference, who it's for, who should attend, and talk about why you haven't gotten your tickets yet. And then I want to come on and talk about some of the speakers that will be attending and speaking. I also have opportunities for sponsorship and opportunities for you to also be an exhibitor so that you can have your brand, your business in front of multiple entrepreneurs and also multiple nurses. Okay. People have already purchased their tables to be at this conference. Again, let's start from the top, right? Who am I? What do I do? Why am I here? Why am I in your face every day? Almost every day, right? So my name is Dr. Farah Laurent. Okay, I'm live on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. So what's up, everybody? I've been a nurse for over 20 years. I've been featured in multiple podcasts, been featured on the Jennifer Hudson Show for the work that I do as a nurse career coach, as a business coach, and also as an author. I wrote a book called Nurses Making Money Moves, A Nurse's Guide to Starting a Business. Been featured in other podcasts for nursing, such as Sigma International, on the radio, Sirius XM, Black Enterprise, like I said, for the business work that I do and the coaching that I do. I started out in the emergency department, moved my way into education, and also had multiple leadership positions up to director of nursing, director of education, and also associate dean. So now I am a nurse, entrepreneur, speaker, and author. So I just wanted to come on here and talk about also me being a conference host. Okay. So I am the host of Nurses Making Business Moves, which is a conference designed for anybody that is interested in business, whether that's starting a side hustle or starting a main hustle that grows into a sustainable business. Why did I start with nurses first? Because I am a nurse. Even though the title says Nurses Making Business Moves, all are invited. I just want to make sure it's an inclusive space for everybody. But the majority of the people that did attend the first conference just this past March, of course, the majority were nurses. Some physicians were in attendance. Other healthcare workers were there as well. And non-healthcare peeps were there. We had people that were in the marketing space, finance, sales, content creators. Basically, again, like I said, anyone who's interested in business, right? Anyone who's interested in starting or growing their business, this is a space for you. I also invite any student to attend, right? So you can be a business student, a marketing student, a nursing student, whatever it is. If you're business focused and business minded, this conference is for you. All right. Where is this conference happening? In Tampa, Florida. It's very easy to get to the Tampa International Airport. The location is going to be at the University of Tampa in their entrepreneurship building, which is super dope, right? And the first one was outstanding, right? We had nurses and entrepreneurs, speakers, marketers, social media content creators from all over the US and Canada, okay? I had representation from at least over 20 states in the United States came through, right? So this is an international conference, all right? People from Canada came, and this year it's going to be even bigger and better. There will be attendees coming all the way from the UK and Australia and of course, the US and Canada. Okay. The keynote herself is coming all the way from the UK. Shout out to Veronica Safoa Owusu. She was one of my first business coaches, and she is amazing. She is a powerhouse on LinkedIn, and she's also on other platforms. She'll be talking about really a lot of the mindset stuff, a lot of limiting beliefs that people have around starting businesses and launching their business or growing their business. So she is amazing. She'll be attending. And why did I choose to do this conference? Because so many people have asked me to create a space like this. They had so many questions about business, particularly people in healthcare and nurses. I started my journey as a nurse entrepreneur 4 years ago. I knew nothing about business, did not take any business courses, nothing about business. So literally, okay, everybody always calls me during my lives. I've researched everything myself, right? From YouTube University, to reading books and podcasts, especially podcasts. That's one of my favorite ways to learn because I'm more of a visual learner. So I'm talking about the people that not only have the audio podcast, right? But the video and audio podcast I like to listen to. So that's why I created my own podcast, right? The Nursing Dose with Farah. So yeah, I learned everything on my own, right? But you don't have to do that by yourself. Early in my career, I just thought that I would read books, learn everything on my own, but I found that my growth was very limited, right? In the beginning, obviously, you're a novice, you're learning, so it's a lot slower growth. But what I tapped into and realized from doing so much research, following other successful entrepreneurs, you learn best by doing, so taking massive action. So, of course, there's a lot of trial and error, trying different things, putting out the offer. So, as a nurse career coach, I was literally just listening to nurses, new graduate nurses, what they needed, putting it into my program, refining things, a lot of back and forth. But what I realized is once I started tapping into my own professional development, like really investing in the business and really investing in myself and getting coached in group coaching programs and one-on-one coaching programs, that was the unlock for growth, right? So this is why I decided to create a space at Nurses Making Business Moves, right? The first one was called Nurses Making Money Moves. So I always go back and forth. But yes, it's now called Nurses Making Business Moves. That space is a space where there's no gatekeeping, right? So again, not everything that you learn at a conference or everything you read about or hear on a podcast is going to be applicable to your business, but you can take bits and pieces and put it into your business. My point is, the more proximity you have to other business owners who are doing the damn thing, making the money, growing wealth, being, successful, you will learn from those people. So being in close proximity is very important, and also being in community. So that's why I decided to start this movement of nurses making business moves. Also, in nursing school, they never talked to us about business. They never talked to us about us being, negotiating our salaries or being a brand, working on our personal brand to grow in our career or to potentially start a business, right? Nursing school doesn't really teach you that. I mean, they barely teach us how to market and promote ourselves to get a job and, how to be successful in an interview. And again, I'm not throwing shade to every nursing school. Some are great. They do host, professional development things and things like that. I'm just saying overall, the narrative traditionally, nursing has not been a profession that supports self-promotion, marketing, promoting, starting businesses and stuff like that. But we know in healthcare, we do need innovation. We need people that are more forward thinking and transformational, right? So as a nurse, you don't necessarily have to start a business that's within healthcare, but you can solve a lot of the issues with business minded thinking. So this is why I decided to start this business, so that other nurses can come together, whether you're at an early stage, you just have an idea, but you don't know how to formulate it, you don't know how to take the next steps to get to where you want to be in your business. This is the place for you. Maybe you have a business that's, been running fine, but you're not really seeing a lot of growth. And you're like, you know what? I want to get to that next level. I want to be able to scale my business. This is the space for you, nurses making business moves. My other next speaker that I have that I want to highlight is actually a former emergency nurse like myself, Jennifer Zahurik. She has founded RecMed, which is a massive educational business. She also has partnered with many organizations such as the Emergency Nurses Association, and she's created basically workbooks, planners, and educational content that has taken her business to 7 million in revenue. Okay. So I want nurses to know that it is possible for you to shift into business if that's something that you really want, right? A lot of nurses are now getting into tech, AI, informatics, different types of things. But I feel like entrepreneurship is the next big wave as well. There's a lot of nurse practitioners and other people doing med spas, telehealth practices, private practices, but they have no foundational business skills, right? So this is the place that I want nurses to come to be able to be in community, to unite, celebrate each other, learn from each other so that we can all grow to next levels. And basically, I want nurses to know that nothing is impossible, right? You can make 7 figures as a nurse, and let's normalize that, because as nurses, we bring a lot of value to the table, whether it's in healthcare or in other spaces. Nurses should be everywhere, and we are everywhere, right? And our skills are very transferable to other industries and also in business. So why not start a side hustle? Why not start a business, right? Because you're solving a problem in the marketplace. So why not? I encourage you to go ahead and do so. So that's why I built this space, like I said, because we don't talk about business a lot in nursing or healthcare. And we don't talk about building wealth as nurses, or, making money, negotiating our salary, financial literacy. All these things are extremely important. Most nurses that I know are working 2 or 3 jobs. I used to work 2 jobs as a nurse. So it's time that we start looking at innovative ways to have multiple streams of income. So what are a couple of those things that you can look into, right? Being a coach, being a consultant. AI is big. There's a lot of AI consultants out there and stuff like that. If that's something that interests you, great, right? What else? Private practices, telehealth, med spas, right? Those are all things you can do. You can be an education consultant. You could do tutoring. You can literally do anything. And it doesn't have to be related to healthcare, right? You can solve a problem. A lot of nurses are doing different apps, inventions, whatever it is that you want, right? But this is really a space, this conference, and it's really more than a conference. It's a whole movement, right? Nurses making business moves, nurses making money moves. It's a movement, right? So this is why I'm so excited to share this. And this is the month to get your tickets. If you haven't gotten your tickets, get your tickets now. I'm going to be announcing the pitch competition details very soon. Working on a landing page currently right now. Someone is helping me with that. So once the landing page is completed, I will share that with everybody so you guys could see all the photos for last year. I mean, you can still see it through my content, mostly on LinkedIn. I shared a lot of videos and photos of the last conference, so you'll get the vibe, right? And it's truly an experience. It's a vibe. It's not your typical boring conference that you usually go to. This is an experience. Okay. There's a lot of connections, um, a lot of deals happening, partnerships, people partnering on podcasts, doing different things. And literally, one connection can change your whole career, your whole business, and literally your whole life, right? So when I say you should be in the room, right? Be in proximity with people who are successful, who are in business, who are doing great, fabulous things. You need to be at the Nurses Making Business Moves conference. Let me know if you have any questions in the chat. And if you want to learn where to get tickets, you could literally go to, what did I do now? I don't want to invite anybody. You can go to my website, nursefair.com. And I will also drop the link for you guys in the comments section so you could just purchase your ticket. Right now, tickets are early bird special, and they definitely will go up while they last, because I know they're definitely going to sell out, especially once I announce this pitch competition and all the details. There's going to be a cash prize. It's going down. Okay. So again, for those just joining us on all the different platforms, thank you for joining. If you are a nurse that is tired of working bedside, maybe you're bored, you're looking for something different, you're looking for something more exciting, you want to create an impact, maybe starting a side hustle or a business is for you, right? So when you come to this conference, the Nurses Making Business Moves conference, it's not just you getting an idea. You're actually going to have actionable strategies that you can implement right after, right? You're going to have connections where you're literally going to have lifelong friends after coming to this conference, right? It's building community, it's building momentum to hold you accountable, to take massive action, to do what it is that you want to do. So it's definitely inspiring, but it's more than just inspiring. It will lead you to take action, and it's transformational. And that's why you need to be in the room. Okay. Nurses Making Business Moves 2026. It's happening in Tampa, Florida, at the University of Tampa, March 6th and 7th. March 6th is going to be the networking event where everybody hangs out for about 4 hours. There's going to be a DJ, live music, right? There's going to be connection, food, drinks, that's all included. And then the next day is the full day conference where we will start off with the keynote, end with the keynote. I'll be speaking about branding. And then we'll also have a pitch competition, which I will drop details very soon. And there will be a cash prize. How do you get into this pitch competition? Like I said, one of the requirements, I'll drop more details soon, but one of the requirements is that you actually have to have your ticket purchased before you enter the competition, right? For the pitch competition. And whoever wins will have a cash prize at the end. Okay. So if you are interested in starting a business, maybe you are in business, you want to learn strategies to grow your business, you want to be in community with other entrepreneurs, this is the space for you. And again, I know in the title it says nurses, but all are welcome. Just wanted to remind you guys, you can get your tickets now. They are available. If you want to be a sponsor, like you're listening to this, you're like, you know what? I would love to sponsor this conference because it sounds like I like the mission, right? It's all about empowering nurses, empowering women to grow their businesses, to have financial freedom, learn about financial literacy, be in community, no gatekeeping of information. If this sounds like it's in alignment with you and your brand you want to support, definitely reach out to me. Just direct message me, or you can email me. My email is on LinkedIn, or you can just email me at farrahlaurent1@gmail.com. If you want to be a sponsor, there are different sponsorship levels, and you'll be in front of a lot of nurses, nurse practitioners, leaders, that are in executive positions, education positions, and then other entrepreneurs will be there that are in the marketing, finance space, content creators, other speakers. So it's for everybody. Okay. So you're going to be in front of a large audience so you can promote your service or business. And also, if you want to be an exhibitor, maybe you have an upcoming book that you're going to release, or you have a book that you want to promote and sell there. This is the perfect place for you, okay, to get an exhibitor table. I do have a few left. So if you are interested, definitely reach out to me right away. And we are still looking for sponsors. So any sponsors, we have different levels of sponsorship. So definitely let me know. And last year, I pulled it all off in less than 3 months and had no sponsors. So, it would be great to have some sponsorship. If you know anybody, let me know. Tag them in this, reshare this post, help me out, because, this is a really important movement for me, and not just me, but the healthcare community, nurses, and just business and entrepreneurship in general. If you're debating whether you should come to this and you're like, I just got laid off, or, the job market is a little funny, I don't know if I can afford this, or whatever the case is, this is probably the reason why you should come to the conference, because you'll learn how to be successful at business. Entrepreneurship, you literally make things happen and you create offers, you solve problems, and you can generate income at any time and generate multiple streams of income. This is why it's so important. So remove yourself from the scarcity mindset of like, oh, I don't know, to what is possible. What if it does work out? What if my business does work? You can find creative ways to start making money while you're actually serving people that need your solution. So stop holding out on your intellectual property, the solutions and ideas that you have that can literally help people who are struggling with a problem. You are their solution, right? So come hang out with us in Tampa, Florida, March 6th and 7th. Nurses Making Business Moves Conference. Like I said, I am accepting sponsors if you're interested in sponsoring the event. I'm also, I have exhibitor tables. If you are interested, I do have a couple left. So don't sleep on it, because once these tables are gone, that's it. And I promise you that this event will 100% be sold out. I don't know if you heard me earlier, but people are coming all the way from Canada, all the way from the UK, and all the way from Australia to come to this conference. There is nothing like this out there, conference-wise, right? Again, we're building a community, building a movement. Nurses making money moves, nurses making business moves. Let's normalize nurses starting businesses and learning from other industries, partnering with other industries, marketing, finance, tech, whatever it is. We're blowing up. Okay. We're not playing in 2026. It's time to think bigger. It's time for more innovation, more entrepreneurship, more solutions, right? We have to be solution focused. And how do we do that? By solving problems in the marketplace. And you can do that. And this space is a space where you're going to have so much knowledge, creativity shared with you, connections, and you never know what one connection can lead you to. That you can meet your next business partner there. You could be on the next podcast, whatever the case is. You can get referrals for your business. In fact, you can even find clients while you're there. People have actually found their own clients there, right? So again, nurses making business moves. I invite you to get your tickets today. Don't sleep on these tickets because they will sell out. I'm telling you, it's literally around the corner, March 6th and 7th, 2026. Why did I pick March? Because it's Women's History Month. Why did I pick that weekend? Because it's International Women's Day weekend. I am all about women empowerment. I'm all about empowering women to start businesses, to have more income, to talk about building wealth, so that we can have better families, better communities, and really not have to struggle, right? Sometimes people think, business and entrepreneurship is risky. Okay, life is risky. You can literally get laid off anytime. There's no job security. So why not take things into your own hands, make it happen, start a business, grow your business, right? And have those skills, those fundamental skills that will always have you pivoting into whatever it is that you want to do, creating solutions, creating offers for people that are life-changing and transformational, right? Nurses making business moves. Am I going to see you in the room? Please tag people that should be in the room. Again, it's open to everybody. Anybody can attend. But of course, nurses are in the name because I'm a nurse and I created it for nurses. But again, it's open to all entrepreneurs, any students, whether you're a student in business, student in marketing, nursing student. You don't have to be a nurse to attend. Anyone can attend as long as you're business focused, you're positive, and you want to make things happen. This is the conference for you. Nurses making business moves. So will I see you in the room? Will I see you making connections? And are you committed to growing your business or launching your business instead of just talk, right? It's all about taking massive action. And this is the community for you. You need to be in the room, right? And again, like I held a virtual option last time. I was going back and forth because it's a lot of work to get a team to do it live. But I decided this year, I don't think I'm going to do that because it's not the same. You literally have to be in the room and experience the experience, vibe the vibes. And it's just transformational. You can't get that online, right? So anyways, that's a wrap for me. I think I talked for almost 30 minutes. I'm going to drop the link so you can get your ticket today. Don't sleep on it. If you want to be an exhibitor and have a table, whether you have a clothing line, jewelry to sell, you have books, whatever the case is, I have an exhibitor table for you. I only have a couple left, so message me if you're interested. And again, who is going to be there? Healthcare professionals, nurses, nurse executives, leaders, educators, content creators, marketers, people in finance, a room packed of powerhouse people. You don't want to miss it. Okay. So message me if you want to be an exhibitor. Message me if you want to sponsor the event or if you want more information about sponsorship. And if you have any questions at all, just direct message me and I can answer any questions that you have. Okay. And then look out for more information about the pitch competition. It's going down. We're going to have a pitch competition with a cash prize, but you need a ticket to enter the pitch competition. Okay. So stay tuned for that. I'm going to be announcing it very soon. And I'll also tell you all the details about who is eligible to join the pitch competition and how to submit your applications and what the cash prize will be. Okay. All right, cool. That's it for me. If you have any questions on TikTok, shoot me a message or email me at farah.laurent1@gmail.com. If you're watching on YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook, or Instagram, do the same. Just shoot me a message or email me again at farah.laurent1@gmail.com. The platform that I'm most active on, I would say, is LinkedIn, and I constantly check my messages there. So if you're not connected with me on LinkedIn, make sure you connect with me on LinkedIn at Dr. Farah Laurent. And that's it for me. Nurses making money moves, nurses making business moves. All right. I will see you in Tampa. If you are serious, if you're committed, and if you're about taking action, this is the conference for you. Let's level up in 2026, right? And let's bet on ourselves to actually take action and make some moves. Okay. Thank you again for watching. I will be live later again sometime this week. You'll see more of me and my face. You'll hear more about my conference, Nurses Making Business Moves. Let's make these moves, make more money, create more wealth so we can have better communities and a better future. All right, let's go. I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.